I gotta get it. It's gonna make me a better DJ. Is it really though?
I want the Rain 12s.
I
so
know you
nice.
do.
Oh my God, that's such a nice setup.
I know, right? You like it, huh?
Welcome back to another episode of The Clever DJ with Ilya.
And Neo, this is episode number 11. 11.
All right. What do we have today, brother?
Okay, so we have another topic for you guys. I hope you guys are excited for this one. We are. The question is, when does it make sense to upgrade your DJ gear?
Every time something else comes out, because it's so awesome. Oh, stems. Let's get it. Oh,
Exactly,
moving platters.
right?
Let's get it.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's actually why I upgraded to my Rain 1. But you know what? It was actually a downgrade for me because I had the Pioneer DDJ SZ, and that was the flagship controller for so long, and it had everything on it: onboard effects, 4 channels, great microphone inputs, 2 microphone inputs.
Didn't you have the limited edition one? Or
No, I just added that skin from yeah. So I had that, but I decided to get the Rain 1. And you know what? It made sense because I was trying to learn scratching and do turntablism stuff. So it made sense, but in a lot of ways, I kind of downgraded. But yeah, I'm still happy with it.
that one is discontinued, right?
The SZ, yes. They came out with an SZ2, but nothing else after that.
Was that better? Do you think it's better?
There was only a couple of differences. Is that I knew it had Serato Flip, where you can change the tracks and make it how you were. There was a couple of other things, but not too big of differences.
I was just curious. But it's not just it's not the only reason why you upgraded to that one, right? It made sense for you.
It did make sense. That's why
based on the kind of DJ you were.
Yes. And I did learn actually scratching on the SZ, but I found it was very limiting. You need that spinning platters to learn properly how to DJ on
That's why I don't scratch, because mine don't move.
That's how you should get one too, right?
Yeah, I still don't get the logic. I don't understand how you're supposed to know where it is and how far to pull it back and always land on that word you want to scratch.
Oh, man.
It's still like I'm just starting out. This is too much for me to even comprehend.
It's totally different, man. It's the art of DJing
I can do
now.
baby scratch
all day,
Yeah.
right? And that's
just
something.
to drop the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something that you've learned. That's the first fundamental thing about scratching. But that's another topic, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Yeah. So for newbies, it's really hard to not want to upgrade because there's like new shiny stuff coming out every month. Right. So how do you control yourself from wanting to buy gear and stuff? Right.
All right. We're going to cut for a second. I'm going to show you what I was going to start with and what I actually started with. All right, so I started with this one right here.
For those who are just listening to us, he's pulling out another DJ controller right now. It's the SB2 Pioneer.
Yes, and I got it, I think, in 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, this is before you even met me.
Yeah, way before. When I first decided to give it a shot, and I did not understand anything about this for a while, even though we're still friends. Someone was still showing me, who took me to a couple of gigs, actually took me to a few gigs. Yeah, took me to like 10 gigs total. I started understanding the logic, but it was still complicated, and I gave up.
So you got that controller just to learn on.
Yeah, and if I had known more about controllers back then, I'd go for something a bit more expensive, but I thought this was enough. And really, it is enough.
It is enough, honestly.
It is enough. Right now, they have a weird bug on Serato, so you can only use it up until a certain version. And then if you use it with the latest ones, or even one that's later than that one, you'll see the jog wheels like spinning like, super fast on Serato.
Yeah, I saw
found
that.
out that was a known bug which has no fix apparently. If anyone knows anything about it, let us know. And then there's one more.
He has another controller, which is it's his controller now that he's using currently.
So nothing against that one. I actually take it as my backup controller. But then I got this one. I got this one because the person who was teaching me back then.
You wanted to get the same thing. This is what he had?
No, he had the SX2.
Oh, okay.
Which
I
is
see.
pretty much
the
bigger version of this one.
So he has the Pioneer DDJ SR2
Yes,
right now.
I have the SR2, which is really everything you need to just start. You don't need anything else. It actually went up in price by $100, I think. Yes.
What is it? It's a more pro beginner. It's like
It's a
intermediate controller. I think
It's an entry level pro controller.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, based on the
you can tell by their master outs. And
yes, based on that, right?
Yeah.
So that you don't need anything else. This is. Let's leave it here and hopefully it doesn't drop. Okay. There we go. Otherwise, I'll need a new controller. That's when you upgrade.
He babies all his stuff.
I do. But I upgraded as a newbie. You said, "Oh, newbies, like watch out," because I was like, "Oh, I need pro gear to start." And I'm not saying this is the pro like gear that I was expecting to get. I just realized how expensive it gets. So I found something that was familiar to me and something I wanted to get in a very long time. Later, I was thinking if I had just skipped the SB2 and just used the SB2, I would have just gotten the new flagships. I would have gotten the FLX10, right? Because this was $1,000 plus tax. $999. It's like $1,100 now.
So
I believe.
not cheap at all. It's
Not cheap at all.
It's pricey.
The FLX10 is what, around $2,000?
Okay, that's
Canadian.
Yeah, that's.
But I would get it if I didn't spend $1,000 on that. I would get it, right? But there's no way I'm getting it now when I have something that's good enough.
Yeah, and
Right?
that's the thing. There's no need to get a new controller. I believe you should be able to use all of the functions on the controller that you have at the moment and literally outgrow the controller. That it's just okay. I need something else to like heighten my skills because I know everything, the ins and outs, and I have to get better at DJing, right? And if the controller that you have right now is actually hindering your process, your progress, then that's a really good
If it's
reason to
affecting your performance, then definitely get something
it's
else.
not necessarily going to affect your performance, but it
Well,
would just make things better.
What about stems? Like, wouldn't that be a better performance if you had access to stems easily on the controller?
Yeah, but you can have access on that as well, and
Yeah.
basic controller stuff too as well, right?
Which is when I learned how to MIDI map the stems onto some areas of the controller that I never use. I was like, okay, well, I don't really need a dedicated button for it.
Are you really using stems right now anyway?
Today you showed me some cool stuff.
I showed you how to use it, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought I'll get the FLX10. It's a perfect controller. It has everything. But
that's the thing, man.
right? That's what
I just
wanted it.
You just
right?
want it, right? And a lot of DJs will fall into that, like, oh, the newest stuff, right? I gotta get it. It's gonna make me a better DJ. Is it really though?
I want the Rain 12s.
I
so
know
nice.
you do.
Oh my god, that's such a nice setup.
I know, right? You like it, huh?
What mixer do you have again?
The Pioneer S11. That's like the industry standard
I was thinking-
for scratching.
And they
keys.
have a guy on YouTube. I forget his name. He has that really cool setup where they go into the table. You don't like it, I think. Right?
Rick Webb. Yeah, it's okay. I don't want to bring that whole table to it's just
That looks
too
so
clunky.
nice.
It's really nice, right? But the logistics and putting it in your car, then assembling it at the gig,
Yeah,
and then
he
all your
showed.
other equipment too. It's like it doesn't make sense unless you have honestly two people and you have a trailer as well.
I think he has a van.
He has a trailer. He has a trailer. What's that? A hitch and what's it?
Are we talking about the same guy?
I'm talking about Rick Webb.
Okay, I think I'm talking about
You're
something else.
talking about someone else.
A lot of people have it, right?
Yeah,
So-
a lot. Well, all you guys in the States, like Rick Webb, Nick Spinelli for sure. Jay Book now has one of those tabletop setups. So
it looks so clean, and it's just impressive, even to
is.
someone who's already a DJ. Imagine a client who never saw anything like that. It looks just pro, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's as a beginner, I'm like, I want it.
there you go. Is it gonna make you a better DJ? No, you're spending not
How much
needed
is
money,
it? It's thousands.
bro. That tabletop, it comes from $2,000 to $5,000.
I saw a cheaper one too, but
and these are
yeah.
this is US. So
Yeah.
converted still, it's still a lot more, way more.
I met a couple from the US on a Valentine's Day date, and we asked them, like, how do you like Canada? Like, is it like, are you like, is that a good experience? And they said one of the best things was like how much cheaper things were for them because they're
for
from
sure.
the US.
Their conversion is
Yeah,
amazing.
and yeah, they just loved it here.
For sure, man.
That wasn't the main reason, but that was just one of the things they said. I can't imagine buying certain products at their price,
Well, they earn US dollar too, so
and they
it
earn
makes
more
sense.
there. I think
They do for
do.
DJs.
Yeah,
do.
not just DJs, same positions. I know in IT they earn so much more there.
Yeah.
So much more.
It's just the way it is. I know.
Yeah.
We're kind of behind here, and especially when it comes to economy and pricing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're in Canada, Toronto, Canada. We're Toronto DJs, so the six, you know? Yeah, man. So yeah. So another reason why you should upgrade your DJ gear is maybe you wanna do like clubs, or you want to do bigger shows too, right? So you have to learn how to use club standard gear like CDJs and stuff. So that makes sense. You can also find places to play on, like to rent and to use them too. But it's different when you actually own the actual gear, if you have the money, if your budget permits, right?
Well, yeah. One of my friends, her goal was to just do lounges, clubs, and she's doing pretty well now. I'm very proud of her. And we started together, you know.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so it was really awesome to see her progress. And she used to go to these two spots, and then this one spot that was the best one for practicing on CDJ setup. Now it was really out of her way. It was like a 2-hour drive, I think. She lives like even more east than where you are.
Okay.
And she said at some point it just makes no sense financially and her time and everything.
Yeah.
And she just wants more access to it, not just an hour or 3 hours at a time, right? Once a week. So she got the XZ,
Yes.
and it's like the closest thing you can have to a CDJ
CDJs,
setup,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she got so much better, so fast, right? I can see her Instagram posts and everything. I mean, sure, you gotta practice, but she gets to now, not just once a week.
Of course.
So, I mean, that was a good reason to upgrade.
Really good reason. Yeah, for sure. If you want to do bigger shows. If your equipment is outdated, like old now, it's a good reason to actually upgrade, I would think. Actually, most pros don't want to upgrade.
You get comfortable with your gear, right?
You get really comfortable with your gear, right? So they don't want to upgrade because they're good at using what they have.
You should declutter. You should get rid of some of yours. I'll take it.
The thing is, that's old school mentality, right? I'm old school, but I'm trying to stay current as well. So
What do you have? Let's list your gear. Let's go.
I have the Rain 1. I have the Pioneer DDJ Rev 1. I have the Rain 12s with the S11 mixer. I have Technique 1200s MK2s with the DJM S9 mixer as well. I have a Newmark to go touch.
Oh, you still have that?
Yeah, I still have it. I don't hardly use it, right? So, but it's a backup usually. I don't really take it out much, but yeah, it's good to have, right? Just in the back of your pocket.
And that's it for controllers.
That's it for controllers. But you know, I'm gonna rotate and get some new stuff.
You have so many things on your shelves in the basement.
I do. Oh my gosh, so much. Like speakers, I have a lot of battery powered stuff. PS15Ps are the Parasource ones. I have QSE K12s. I have so much lights.
And you got rid of a lot of stuff over the years, right? You would have had so much more.
I had to. Man, too much stuff. I'm a gear hoarder, literally. So I fall into a category. Like when I first started, I'd like to get stuff that I think I'm going to use, but then I realize when I get it, I don't end up using it. So I'm just wasting money.
Well, what do you think about the fact that I never want to sell my SB2 because it was like my very first controller?
That's what you're saying now.
One day
you're going to end up selling. Well, the thing is, it's better to sell it now while you can get some money for it.
Look how I started.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, is it that big of a deal? I guess, you know, gun to my head, I don't have to keep it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what am I going to make off of it? Think about it. It was like $300 or $400 when I bought it.
Yeah, it's not really worth. How much is it worth now?
I don't think it's worth anything.
$100,
What, $50, $100 maybe?
Probably. You can get something out of that still.
Yeah,
probably
but
200.
Now the DDJ 200s now and 400s.
I sent you that link, right? It's $200 right now.
But I saw that one like a while ago. I almost bought it because I wanted to. I almost bought another one, but that's because I wanted to DJ on the go with a phone or something like with a new record box.
And that's the to go. That's the new one, the smallest one that is sold out everywhere.
Yeah,
right? That's the one that everybody wants, right? The starter controller.
Yeah, so those are being sold for like 200. So that one would probably get sold for like anywhere from 80 to 120. Just not worth it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's better for me to keep it as a backup. So once I get my FLX10 or whatever it is I'm going to get, my SR2 will be my backup. But this, I'll never sell.
We'll see about that.
I won't sell my SR2 as well. My next controller, I'll sell.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'm not going to start. But if we, start our other projects, then we could use all those controllers. So that's what I'm saying. Like, unless you have a reason to keep it, I think my first one or two, I won't sell them.
Yeah?
I'm like sentimental about that stuff.
You're sentimental, man. Ah, man.
Like microphone stuff like that, I may be okay with like getting rid of, right? For my production, I have my first condenser. I'm keeping that one, but that's it. Like speakers, like I don't mind.
Okay.
Plus, I'll sell them for so much more, right?
Yeah, it depends on the brand and stuff too, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing certain events and you find yourself DJing for bigger, larger crowds, you need to upgrade and get more equipment, like more sound, right? In terms of speakers and stuff. So that's a good reason to upgrade on its own right there. Because, as a wedding DJ, you find you're DJing for like on average 100, 120, 130 people. But lately I've been doing a lot of proms and bigger weddings. Like I did a couple 300 person weddings the past couple of months, and
the one that's coming up, the new client for 500 people or something like that, 400 people.
Yeah. So I've had to upgrade my speakers and stuff. And keep in mind, you don't technically need to buy it because there's places that you can rent, right? But the thing is, I like to own my stuff. I like to have it. I don't want the hassle of returning it the next day or picking it up.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna pick it up one day and then you're gonna find out that it's all gone already.
Or it doesn't work well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully like Lana McQuaid, they don't sell it like. Give you something like that, like a lemon, right?
Who knows where everyone is in the world watching us, listening to us. So I trust Long McQuaid.
Yeah. But wherever you guys
I've always gotten good stuff from them.
Yeah.
But I don't know where you guys are.
If you guys
can't speak for that.
In the States, I think it's like Oh my gosh, I have no idea what you guys have.
Guitar Center closed.
Guitar Center, yes.
Didn't
yes,
it close
that's
or
the one.
something?
No. Guitar Center is
Something
still
closed.
It's still pretty strong in the States. I know that for sure. So Guitar Center, if you can always rent stuff as well, but I like to buy my own stuff, right?
Oh,
Have it.
Sweetwater.
Sweetwater.
That's online though,
Yes, that's an online sort of thing. Yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah.
good prices though.
Yeah.
It's like the Amazon of. Yeah.
Exactly. And that actually leads into my next thing, the next statement, which is buying new or used gear.
New all the time.
New all the time.
You know what? Let me tell you something. If I don't know much about whatever I'm buying, like as a beginner DJ or a beginner, I don't know. You scared me. I thought you were gonna spill that all over the roadcaster.
But my coffee? Yeah.
But yeah, to those who were listening, he was just
Swishing it around
Swishing his
because I'm
coffee.
at the bottom and it's all black at the bottom. So I'm like, I'm trying to
mix it up.
Mix it up again.
Do you want to pause so I can
No,
make you a new coffee?
it's all
Are you
good.
sure?
Yeah.
All right.
So this guy likes to buy. He's really finicky on buying new gear.
Well,
right?
you know what? Let me
it's-
tell you this.
I mean, it makes sense.
If I can test it and know for a fact that I know what I'm getting, because let's say computers, I'm good with computers. But even with computers, there's certain things that, there are certain things that I can sell right now. I guarantee you that unless it's been a month or two or you used it for certain applications, you'll never know that something's actually wrong with it. Right? I can do that right now and you'll never know. And I can sell it for a pretty high price.
Yeah.
So knowing how easy it is and how many people like that are in the world, I choose to go with that warranty, go with that, easy return or whatever. And I don't care paying double the price. But if it's something that I'm a pro and I know how to test it, and there's very minimal kind of
Wear
margin
tear.
for error
Yeah.
and wear and tear, then yeah, I'll go for it. But I don't know, you got a MacBook Pro. How do you know?
At a good price, man. I checked it really, really thoroughly. I know what to look for.
Unless you opened it, you did not check it
course I did.
thoroughly.
Yeah.
Opened it, opened it.
Oh, I opened
How would
it
you know?
for sure. Well, I check it and check the stats.
Maybe I'm extra, I don't know, but
But yeah, he likes
Yeah.
to buy new stuff. I'm not. I buy new stuff too as well, but I'm not opposed to looking on Kijiji or Facebook Marketplace, finding a good deal, especially if it's very used, like not so used. I would like to. I go to the actual place and make sure that it's lightly used.
your MacBook Pro was pretty much brand new.
It was brand new. Yeah.
Your Rain 12s were also.
Yes, that's I got.
What a deal.
got a
That's
good deal
something
for
I would
those.
get. If I got that deal, I would get it, man.
Yes. And I look for the deals. I am actually scouring all the time. I'm actually looking for new speakers, different controllers, and I'm just looking, right? And I can tell if it's still in good condition or whatever. And I would verify that on the spot when I actually meet up with the person. I have turned down certain products which I wanted to get, but it didn't turn out like the condition that I really wanted to. It didn't satisfy me. So I did have to do that. But I'm not opposed to getting new stuff. You can really save some money when you get secondhand stuff. So
I'll keep buying you.
you can keep buying new,
I'll keep
right?
buying new.
But I'm good with.
You know what I was going to get used?
What?
The FLX4. Because
Yeah.
I wanna have it for those you DJing with your phone. I just want to grab the controller, grab the phone, maybe one little cable, and that's it.
Yeah.
But the used stuff right now costs as much as the new stuff
Doesn't make
without
sense.
tax.
Yeah.
Because it's unavailable anywhere and people know that the demand is high. So if it was $100 cheaper, I'd buy it used 100%. The DDJ 200, you have no choice but to buy it used. 400, no choice but to buy it used.
No choice.
I'm not saying I'll buy everything new, but my main controller, are you kidding me? My main computer,
Are you kidding me?
there's no way.
There's no. Yeah, of course. If you're gonna use it all the time for everything.
We should do a poll one day and see what people think.
Yeah, in the future, for sure. Okay, the next thing that we have is the difference between buying. Do you buy on impulse? Are you really impulsive?
Oh my God, super. Over the last 5 to 6 years, I started, maybe longer, but I think especially over the last 4, 5, 6 years, I started kind of telling myself, okay, you want that couch, or you want that fridge, or you want that computer, or
You're an impulse buyer.
and
for sure.
I was like, fine. I'm not blaming you, Ilya. You want it? Cool. Give it a week.
Yeah.
If after a week you can still justify it,
Yeah.
go and buy the nicest one.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times, 9.9 out of 10 times, I don't end up making that purchase. With that logic, when I think about it, like, I really don't need it. It doesn't matter how much money I have. I could have all the money in the world for that.
Yeah.
I stopped impulse buying, like, pretty much always now. I found the system.
Well, the thing is, Amazon makes it so easy to impulse buy. Even if you impulse buy, it doesn't matter because you can always return it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah. I used to be an impulse buyer. Like I see something new, I'm like, oh my god!
It's a dopamine rush too.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. When I go into Long and McQuaid, the music store here, I can't leave without buying something. Like whether it's just like a cord or a little gadget.
My girl won't walk in the store with me. A Long McQuaid or any other music store, she will not, or a computer store, she will not walk into one of those with me because it's literally like dragging a child out of like a candy store. I'm like, no, wait, I didn't check this aisle yet.
A minimum of 45 minutes to 2 hours.
Bare minimum.
I would stay there and just, look.
Don't you just feel happy? Like,
yeah, it's like I'm a kid in a candy store.
It's like even like everything's just
It's there.
like,
You're
why
in
would you
heaven.
want to leave?
You're in heaven, right? Like, I love it,
You're
man.
all that I want.
Exactly. So, yeah, impulse buying, necessity, buying when you really need it. And this is the thing, right? I urge all DJs, especially if you're starting out, to buy as you need it. Like if you're, for example, if you're DJing a certain event and you need this certain light that they're looking for, a strobe light, and you don't have it, then buy it.
Yeah, unless you can rent it.
Unless you can rent it from Long McQuaid or another music store, you can rent it.
Tune in next week to see what I purchased. And I guess lastly, you can actually borrow, right, from your friends. I mean, don't be that guy. Hey, can you use your thing today? Or hey, can you, like, and every week you ask for something.
I have friends who do that.
Make sure if you actually ask for stuff, you're also always giving stuff.
Because I'm the guy who has everything. Yeah. So everybody asks me for stuff.
It's like getting a truck and then everyone's your friend. Oh, you want helping me move next week? Or it's just like if you're gonna ask for something, contribute.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't because I had no gear whatsoever. I had nothing. I had to ask you for speakers. You gave me your speaker stands.
Yeah. I had extra ones. That was my third pair.
These are your headphones.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice. It's also like sentimental. Like I like it. Like like things have a certain effect on you when you
don't throw those away.
No, I won't. I like I said, I changed the pads here.
Yeah, the earmuffs.
Yeah, they were pretty gross, but yeah.
Yeah. Really gross.
Now it's like brand new. But yeah, you can lend your stuff to your friends, your colleagues, right? People in the industry.
Yeah,
and you can borrow. That's also fun when you don't want to buy something, but you just want to test it out.
Well, you want to use it. Yeah, you'll see if you want it to get it, right? So
yeah,
it's good. It's good to try stuff out.
I think we covered everything.
We covered pretty much everything. So buy gear as you need and don't buy out of necessity. All right, guys? Hope you guys like this podcast.
Buy out of necessity.
Buy out of
buy out of necessity.
Buy out of necessity. Yes. What did they say?
You said don't.
Don't buy out of necessity.
Thank you very much, and tune in for the next episode next week.
This is episode number 11. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.